Hello, everyone. And by everyone, I mean absolutely no one. So, the stream has begun. Oh, that's darker than I thought it was. Let me see what happens here. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's better. Okay. So, I can be seen a little better now. So, let's make fun of a few things, shall we? So, what do we got to make fun of here? Boop. Well, let's see. At the top, we got this little doohickey here. So, they've got 3 CO2 tanks and a Spider Sonics. Yep, Spider Sonics. I'm a big fan of Spider Sonics. It was the second gun I ever owned was no third second second gun I ever owned was a Spider Sonics, purple one, right there. So that's basically the same thing, just different color. But the CO2 tanks are worth nothing, and that gun honestly is worth like maybe probably $5. So they're asking 10 times more than it's worth. Let's see here. We saw this before. They have updated it. I suppose they've lowered the price. I don't know enough about it. It could be a collector's item, maybe, if it's old enough, but I doubt it. It's probably just worthless. Certainly not $50, I'm sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's it's a coupon. That works. Let's see. So this person is selling 50 paintball pods for $40. That's not a bad deal, depending on the condition of the paintball pods. Marker bag $5. Okay. Marker start. What do you think he means by marker start? And then Exalt paintball pants $40. Playing clips, knee pads 15, arm pads 15, headband 130. So I would think that the pants, the knee pads, and the arm pads are probably slightly overpriced, but not by much. I mean that's arguable there, but people might wonder why is the headband $130. That probably actually is a pretty reasonable price for it. Sandana headbands, if this is an original, are not easily come by, and they're worth a good amount of money. So that's actually probably not an outrageous price. I mean, I would never spend that, but if you're a collector, you certainly would. Let's see. So this person's selling high-end paintball gear. Shocker NXT for $400. So he's got, it looks like some I4s. Yep, I4s, okay. Smart Parts Shocker, Halo B Hopper, Die Assault Pack Pro. And then Pure Energy 4500 PSI nitrogen tank. But he doesn't say what the expiration on the tank is. That's interesting. So who knows what the tank is worth? It might be completely useless. Could be brand new. I doubt it's brand new, but so $400 for all this, I think, is a bit much. I would say maybe 200. I think would probably be a reasonable price for that. So twice as much as it's worth. I would say he's asking. Minion has arrived. Hello, Minion. And apparently there's someone else here too, so hello, other person as well. Let's see. I feel like we've made fun of this one before. Yeah, they just reposted it. Let's Let's see. This one is a proto. I like how he calls it a proto marker. I don't think they know what it actually is. The gorilla tank. And again, there's no expiration on it, so who knows. $100 isn't outrageous for that. I would say it's too much, but it's not outrageous. What is this one? Okay, so brand new Tippmann X7 paintball set. Used one time, no use for it anymore. Comes with 4 CO2 tanks, a vest, 12 hoppers, 2 full cleaning kits, 3 masks, and 2,000 paintballs. Buys about $700. Great deal for someone starting out. Yeah, except that your paintballs are no good. No one can use your paintballs, so that's $0 right there. The Phenom brand new would probably be $350. The masks, what kind of masks are they? Let's see what we got here. I can't tell what kind of masks those are. But the CO2 tanks are worth nothing. The pod packs there are worth a couple of bucks each, maybe. All in all, it does depend on the age of the Phenom, but I don't care if it's brand new. Unless it's still in the box, never been opened. Just like a car, once you drive it off the lot, it's not brand new anymore. So that's pretty outrageous, $400. Now here's a collector's item. $75 isn't a bad deal for anyone that's a collector. This is old school right here. And I'm not going to pay $75 for it, but if it was lower, I might go for it just because it is a collector's item. It's old school. This person is trying to give away 2 CO2 tanks. Yeah, no one wants your CO2 tanks, buddy. No one at all wants your CO2 tanks. That's funny. Oh, wow. What's this? Various paintball items message me for pricing. So it looks like a couple of A5s. A Cronus. That's an airsoft. 2 airsoft guns. Some bunch of Tippmann 98s. Which is this one? A 98? Or no, that's a GOG Enemy. Assault style. So none of that is bad. It's all decent equipment. I wonder what he's actually charging for it. Well, I guess that's enough making fun of stuff today. So we got some stuff coming up. In the near future. So this weekend is on Sunday is 2-man tournament at Bad Company Paintball. So that should be exciting. A-Dog and I are playing as Dunedain, and then Dalton and his friend Badi are playing separately. So we kind of have 1.5 Dunedain teams. But it'll be fun. There's 12 teams signed up. There's videos on here of last year's, which is actually where we really met Dalton at the 2-man tournament last year. But it's a good time. It's a nice little field. We've talked about it before. And it's a pretty good setting for this 2-man tournament. So it'll be a good time. We were hoping to have Lars with us, but he's not going to be able to join us. So it'll just be the 2 of us. But I think that we'll do pretty good anyway. The point is to have fun, so win or lose, whatever. As long as we have fun, that's what really matters. I did feel bad last year. There was 2 little kids, maybe 12 or 13, that had only played like 1 or 2 times before, if ever. And they didn't score a single point the whole time, and I felt really bad. To the point where I was thinking about just like letting them get some points. But by the time I realized that, we only had 1 left, and we were so close with it. It turned out Dalton and Badie that we couldn't spare any points. We had to get them all, and it ended up in a tie. So we really did need those points. Although it wouldn't have mattered because Dalton did end up beating us, so we got fourth place on that one. But this year I'm hoping to come at least fourth out of 12. That's not bad. But we're up get some good players, so we'll see what happens on that. But why are you knocking?
Because I didn't want to scream at you.
I thought you were going to talk to Lars on the phone.
Well, I told him that it was in WordPress and that he let me know what he thinks. So let him read it. He can call me later. I'm sure he'll call me at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, well, come on in. I don't care. Minion's the only one here. There was apparently another person, but they have since left.
Hi, Minion. He's arrived. Hi, fancy.
He is quite fancy. Hey, Look-a-doo. Hi, baby. And then next weekend is, on Saturday, is Day of Days at Three Rivers Paintball. So I think that probably most people know our history with it, but just quick version, just to sum up, would be the first event we ever did as a team, Dunedain, was in 2015 at Day of Days. We won Most Valuable Team. The year after that...
Anniversary is tomorrow.
That is true. That is true. Because it was actually on June 6th, which is D-Day. The next year, A-Dog generaled for the first time. We did lose. The year after that, she generaled again. We won. The year after that, generaled again. We won.
Let's talk about my loss.
Let's talk about her loss.
Last 3 minutes. What,
It's
20
true.
points?
It's true. They said it was the closest game they'd ever seen, and we were winning up until legitimately the last 3 minutes of the game. In the center of the field, anyone that's familiar with Three Rivers knows there's a big castle in the center. That's also where a flag station is. Hey, Gaffs.
Hi, Gaffs.
And there was a mission happening, and the flag was available. So in the last 3 minutes of the game, they took the castle, took the flag, got the side mission, and so they ended up winning by less than 300 points.
It was like 80, I think.
So it wasn't a whole lot of points, which means that we were winning by a good amount.
It was definitely less than 200. It was 80 or 180.
It was very unfortunate. But yeah, so this year we decided that we weren't going to general Germans again unless they couldn't find anyone else. They did find somebody else, so we're not generaling German. And America is going to be Adam again because he wanted to. So there you have it.
He wants his win.
He probably does want his win. He's lost twice to us. He wants to win. But we're going to be in America this time, coming out of the boats. Charge! I had some plans. I had some ideas. And Adam does not seem interested in hearing what the ideas are. So, I mean, I guess that's his choice. He's the general. He can do what he wants. But I personally find it interesting that... Well, a whole lot of levels I find interesting. I guess first would be, he knows we're on his team. He knows that full well. And he's lost to us twice. Why would he not...
Are we going to have a big showing?
About 7, I think. Well,
That's
about
a big
7.
showing.
Why would he not come to A-Dog and I and say, hey, do you guys have any ideas? How did you guys win?
Or come to you... or me, both of us, and say, here are my ideas. Because when you reached out to him, he's playing everything by the cuff, and I'm not understanding why.
So I messaged him, and I said, do you have any plans? And he said he had a few, and he said, he prefaced by saying, I'll tell you more the morning of, and then told me a few outlines.
More so of what he wants to accomplish, not how he's going to accomplish those.
That's true. And I find that very odd because, again, why wouldn't you ask us for our help when you've lost to us twice?
Or not even, if you don't want to ask us for our help, that's your prerogative. But because of how we do in Mission Masters.
He doesn't know that, though.
Okay. But knowing that we're a team, that there's a bunch of bodies, why wouldn't he reach out and say, okay, you're part of a team? He has to know we're a team. how many people are coming to D-Day? This is what I have planned for a team. Would you be interested? That hasn't even been approached.
It's true. It seems like he doesn't quite trust. I don't know if it's us or just in general that people are actually going to be on his team, and he doesn't want to reveal any of the information. I don't know. Maybe that's what it seemed like to me. But then I asked him if he had an XO, and he said, or I actually asked him if Smiley was going to be XO again. He said Smiley was not XO last year, but he was not going to be there this year. And then that was it. So I kind of implied that, like, hey, if you need us, we'll be there. We could be XO.
You also like being XO.
I do.
Because you get to have you get best of both worlds. You get the power that you can come up with strategy, because that's your favorite part. But you also get to play and not worry about the tent. And that's why I started generaling in the first place.
True.
I knew you wanted a general, but you didn't want to be stuck in that tent. And this was I remember the reason we lost, I feel, the first year was because nobody knew that there was a side mission going on. And I went out there to play the last 5 minutes and nobody knew what was going on. I think it's very difficult unless you have an XO who's in that tent as a general to be on the field.
Yeah, someone needs to be in the tent doing stuff.
Someone needs to be at the tent.
And someone needs to be commanding out on the field. You need one of each. Regardless of who that is, you need that. And I think a huge reason we lost the first year was because there were only 2 people that had radios on our team.
Yeah.
The 2 people sitting
there.
Because
I had to give a radio.
That was it.
John had a radio.
Not the first year.
No, he played the first year. He didn't play any year that we
That was won. First year? Okay,
that was
so
the first year.
There were 3 people. Excuse me. There were 3
I
people.
had to give awards. I had to give the radio award to you because no one else had radios.
Minion, you're killing me. But, yeah, so I greatly think that that's one of the reasons we lost. Because we couldn't communicate with our team. By year 2... I knew people weren't going to have radios, so everyone we brought, I got radios. I made sure they had radios.
And we had a lot of people the first year we
did.
won.
And then I also went through the extent of assigning a specific part of the field for every person, made everyone a map, highlighted their area, and told them exactly what I expected of them to do that day in their area.
Also,
it worked because we won, so... Yay.
This is what I have to say as a winning general. The only German winning general, and the also only woman general.
Of Day of Days, specifically.
Of Day of Days, yeah. Just of Day of Days. That even without radios, you have to listen to the people at your spawn. You have to say, get your ass over here. What's going on? Where are you? What do you see? Because even with all of the radios on there, you sometimes weren't at spawn. I had no idea what was going on. So I needed the people at spawn to go do missions. So you're in a tent in the way back of the field, not really knowing what the hell's going on. And if you leave the tent to go find out what's going on, then you miss good opportunities to do side missions, which is a problem. So I won because of the people that were on my team. Because I wouldn't be here without you. We all know this. I mean, I legitimately wouldn't be here without you because we wouldn't be together. And I wouldn't do paintball YouTube videos without you. But and talking to people who've played on the American team, nobody listened to anybody. We had somebody that used to be on our team that tried to tell the general, and I think it was Adam, I'm not sure. It might not have been Adam. But from my understanding it was because they lost and he was upset, that he went to him numerous times and said, hey, this is what's going on. This is what needs to happen, or this is what should happen, or we need someone here. And it was dismissed. You can't dismiss somebody telling you what's happening on the field.
So when we first played in 2015, we played as Germany, and we lost. I think Minion was one of the ones telling us about that. But so we lost, and I attribute a lot of that to the fact that the general didn't seem to communicate with his team. We tried to tell him several things, give him up with ideas. I remember Ferk specifically asked a question when the general had kind of explained a little bit about what he wanted. Ferk said, "Don't you think if you do that, they're going to do this?" And I remember the general just kind of like dismissed it. Not dismissed it as in like didn't listen at all. He just said, "Don't worry about that," or he didn't think it was going to be even an option for them to have done. Not that he didn't listen at all. He just kind of disregarded it.
Considering we got...
And then they did exactly that. Exactly what Ferk had said they would... Isn't this what they're going to do if you do that? That's exactly what they did, and they won. So that's unfortunate.
And the guy who was the general is a ref.
He is. Yeah, he works for 68 Caliber. I think they couldn't find a general, so that's why he was the general. I'm not sure. But in any case... so you got to listen to your troops, but my point basically was just kind of I reached out to Adam in the hopes that we could strategize together. I'd put some effort into us winning, but he didn't seem to be interested in that. So, there's still a week and a half to go. Maybe he will, but I reached out to him. I tried to make conversation about it. I brought a bunch of stuff up, and he wasn't interested. So Adam, if you watch this at all, and you wanna chit chat about it, I'm here.
Looking at it from his point of view, maybe he doesn't want to help your help because he wants to win this on his own. Because
that's fine. He wants to win on his own. He could still bounce ideas off of me or tell me what's happening.
He could tell.
He just leaves me in the dark.
He could tell you his ideas or say, "Hey, how many people do you have? This is what I want you to accomplish."
Mm-hmm. I told him that we were going to have about 7, and he did say he's going to rely on us and 1 or 2 other teams that he knows of for certain things.
Because Bad Company's supposed to be there. Which I believe he's played at Bad Company. I think him and Tim are close.
So, that's understandable and nice, but I tried to...
You want your opinions known. You want your strategy out there.
Well, because this might be the last year that they do Dave Days. God, you're needy. So I was going to save our plans for if ever we generaled America, but I don't know if it's I don't think it's going to happen again. So we probably won't be generaling. So I was going to try to use our plans this year, and so I had a plan for the beach, which would influence the rest of the day, and then I had some plans for the rest of the day, and they still may come about, but for the most part, unless he comes to me and asks, I'm just gonna play the day.
The way you want to play the day?
No, as he says to.
Well, no, I understand. I don't mean you implementing your own strategy.
That'd be stupid.
Yes, because no one else will. I mean, besides the.
So tell me what you do mean.
I meant that you're just gonna play your game and not focus on things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna strategize at all. I'm just. If on a day of he says go do that, I'm going to go do that. Just like we kind of do with Mission Masters. You can't do as much prep work with Mission Masters. We'll just kind of do it the day of, which is the worst way to do it.
Yeah.
It really is the worst way to do it. But if he's not going to give me anything, then... And so I'm not... If he doesn't ask, I'm not going to go to him with ideas. Even the day of, if he asks me, I have some ideas. But... if he doesn't ask, I'm not just going to be like, hey, I got some ideas. We should try this, this, and this.
Do you think, based on who the German commander is, that he has a shot alone just because of that?
Does Adam have a shot because of who the German commander is?
Yes. Do you think Adam If you took away what you know Adam can do, or no, based on generaling, based on who the two generals are,
And nothing else.
and nothing else, who do you think's winning?
Am I taking in Adam's prior 2 years of generaling this particular game?
I guess you would have to.
Then I think he has a good chance. If for no other reason than this is his third time, Bricktop's first time. If for no other reason than that. Now, they've both generaled before, different games, but Adam has generaled this specific game before. Also, on D-Day, the Allies always have a bit of advantage. I mean, it's designed that way because they won.
They won.
In real life, they won. So it is designed to give them a bit of an advantage.
Until you put a dog on the Germans.
That's right. But I would say he has a chance. If you took just the two generals and nothing else, I would say there's a good chance there. But it wouldn't be a definitive. But if you throw in the fact that he's generaled this game twice, that gives him a big edge. And then if you throw in the teams that he'll have on his, not just us. I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about our experience or anything. I'm just talking about we're a team, and he has us and at least one or two others. That'll help as well. I don't know what Germany is going to have as far as teams go because Germany's always having trouble with teams. Another reason I think that we won the last two times was because we went and recruited players and teams because no one ever wants to join Germans. They always want to go for the American side.
And Alan, I remember, he was all adamant. He was like, my grandfather will come back from the grave and kill me if I become a German. And then all of a sudden, he was a German. So I recruit. I know who's good. I want to win.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
You don't play scenarios to just go shoot people and have a good time. No, you win.
I guess one thing...
You play to win.
One reason I had just thought of that maybe Adam doesn't want to talk to us about is for the reason of if the teams are so off balance the day of that someone's forced to switch sides, what if it's us? Well, that's a good point, and I mean, thinking about it now, that makes a lot of sense why he could think that, if that is the reason. But on the other hand, if we did discuss strategy, we just wouldn't switch. We'd say, no, we can't, because we've discussed strategy. That wouldn't be fair.
They don't evenly match them up, though.
They just do.
They don't pay attention.
They just do size. They don't do
They do
team
size. They
strength.
don't pay attention to powerhouses or.
There's a lot less though. It's harder to do that at D-Day because there's less teams.
Is Band of Brothers coming? Is Jason
I don't
playing?
know.
Because I don't think I've ever.
I think they're on there as interested, but I don't know if they're going. But either way,
because I know
they were there last year. There were like 3 or 4 of them, but
I don't remember.
yeah, Jason and Adam were both there. I remember that specifically. But there's not as many teams. I would be incredibly surprised if we are not the largest team there. That shows that if there's 7 of us, I'm sure that's going to be the largest group.
Because I know there may be 1 or 2 legions of assassins. They typically, I know Balls specifically will not go to the 68 caliber event. Or events. I don't know if he's gone to other things, but I know specifically he's told me, he's like, that's just not me. And so
it's a different type of gameplay than he's usually does.
Because he wasn't allowed to use a shield at Black Hawk Down, and you didn't see him.
That's right. No shield, no balls.
But there weren't a lot of Legions of Assassins at Black Hawk Down anyway. And there's a lot of them. You don't realize.
There were less than usual. That's for sure. That's definitely for sure.
Do you know Mary and I'm sure if Tim's going, Mary and James are going to be there. Because Mary and James aren't at D-Day because they're usually not there.
Oh yeah, they're usually not.
But maybe because Tim's there.
Maybe it's entirely possible. I know they'll both be at the 2-man this weekend because Mary's making
walking tacos,
which I didn't realize tacos had legs. And then James, I believe, is reffing.
Oh, so they're not.
Which, I want to talk about this for a moment. Check-in is at 8 a.m. and rules are at 9 a.m. Which, it's mandatory that every player be at the rule reading or your team forfeits. I completely understand that. That makes a lot of sense. I'm 100% there with that. Why does it have to be so early, though? That's because I remember last year it started at the same time, and we were out of there by like 1 p.m. So why does it have to be quite so early? Why don't we play till like 3? Let's start at 10 or 11.
Well,
And I say that only because it takes us a little over an hour to get there. So in order to get there by 8:15, we have to leave the house at 7. It's just a little early is what I'm saying. And there's no real reason for it per se.
maybe he wants it to be done by. Maybe he's got things to do.
Maybe he does, in which case he should have chosen a different day.
True. Also, it's supposed to rain, so maybe he considered the rain. I don't know. It's supposed to rain.
Time of day would not affect that until the day of, when you know it's going to rain or not.
Okay. Well, why don't you call Tim up and be like, "Hey, Tim, let's change this
Why is
around."
it so damn early?
Why is it so damn early?
Yeah, I don't know. If it...
But there were less teams last year.
There were less. Not, but there were 10 or 9.
There were 9.
There were
it was
9.
It was a 10-man.
Okay, so it's 9, but it's not that much less. I just don't... It just seems like... It just seems very, very early for no particular reason, is my point. You know, if there were 20 teams, that would make perfect sense. But with 12... I don't know. That's just me. But those two things are what's going on. After that is a short break. And then...
Brought
Ion.
to you by our not sponsors.
Actually, technically, the Seven Flags event at Preston County is the weekend after that.
Are we going to that?
I don't know. I doubt it, but it's entirely possible. It is 2.5. Like I think Friday night they have some stuff too, so we might show up for a day. I don't know. I haven't been there in a couple of years. It was a good sized field, and he had just opened.
Was this
That
the-
year.
No, Gettysburg.
It was Gettysburg. They had just opened, and he's done a lot with it. I see through pictures and stuff. So I think it would be interesting to go. He did specifically move it because I said that he was having it the same day as D-Day. And he was like, oh, crap, we better move it then.
Can I make a suggestion? If we go, can we go on Saturday?
Okay.
Just,
Is there a reason?
because now that I can't just wake up.
Isn't Loki going to have class?
Can you go on August 7th?
That is possible, yes.
Take me.
Take
I'll
me.
just stay home.
So that's the week after. We may or may not go to that. Then I believe is one free weekend, and then it's 4th of July. Then after that is Ion. And
Then it's crazy. Because it's Battle of the Bulge?
Better Bunker Hill
Bunker Hill.
is the
Why
following
do I
weekend.
always think this is the Bulge?
It's completely different
I
century.
understand that it's a completely different war.
Different war, different century, different part of the world.
I know all of these things. Yet.
But yeah, so basically the busyness
July is going to be crazy.
starts this weekend. Not many weeks off from this point on until September.
Till end of September, yeah.
Yeah.
And then from the last Sunday in September until mid-October. Because it's Atlas, then it's Mario, then the next Sunday after Mario is a 3-man tournament.
Isn't that a seeds?
I don't think it's a seeds.
I think it is.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was a seeds.
So there's a lot coming up, a lot going on, and we probably will be on next week to talk about D-Day. We talked about it a good amount today, so I don't know if we'll have anything left to say, honestly. But this weekend, I'm looking forward to the 2-man tournament because I had a good time last year, so It should be a good time. We're playing against some friends and then some other people that we don't even. I reckon some of them I recognize the names, but I don't know who they are, and other ones I don't even know the names. So it should be a good time.
Are the PA mercenaries, are they showing up? Because I'm not being shot by them.
I don't know. And why?
Because I don't want to.
Okay, but very, very good, very specific. But that's all I got for today. I got nothing else. So unless anyone else has anything, that's it. Anybody?
I like it.
And by anybody, I mean Minion, because he's the only one here.
No, Gaps.
He left. He said just passing by, and then it went down again a little later.
It was 2, and then it went to 3, and then it went back to 2. Someone else is watching.
Supposedly.
Allegedly, I guess. What is this?
That's a picture. A moving picture. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing else then. So, everybody have a good night. Minion says he got his awards made. What awards? What am I supposed to know?
His awards. His Minion awards.
The mugs?
I'm assuming.
You mean the mugs? Do I get a mug? Because I'm awesome?
Well, if you win an award, you already have a mug.
Yeah, but it says stupid Mighty Mouse on it for some stupid reason because someone just decided to name me that one day on the chat as just because they could, and then you gave me a mug. It's a very nice mug, and it's engraved and nice, and hers is awesome, and then mine says stupid Mighty Mouse on
He
it.
liked that your name was Mighty Mouse for a hot minute. Why
But
don't you just enjoy the nice gift
if anyone's
he made?
Mighty Mouse, it would be you because you're tiny.
I want to be Danger Dog, but Danger Man is not coming. I'm very upset about it.
Okay, so what is it now if it's not mugs?
I guess they're not mugs, they're beer glasses.
Yeah, they're beer steins. No, not steins. Beer mug.
Go-
Beer glasses? Beer glasses, I
Beer
guess.
glasses, yeah. Do I get?
Plaques.
Plaques.
For the same thing you gave to Lars, or just anything you just feel deserves a plaque? And when do I get mine? Regardless of what the answer is to the first part, when do I get mine? Minion standards. Yep. Do I not meet minion standards? Is that what you're telling me here? Because if so, that's rude. Hey, what are your thoughts about ice cream?
Oh, ice cream is definitely heavy. I'm just waiting for this to be over.
Sweet. And
'Cause a
if
lady's
you earn
two
one,
best
you'll get
friends.
one. So what you're saying indeed is that I am not worthy of a Minion Award. That's what he's saying. Neither are you. We don't meet Minion standards.
Oh,
'Cause
I
if-
won't be
If
able
we
to
earn
sleep
them,
tonight.
he says if we earn them, we get them. But apparently we haven't earned them yet. We're not up to Minion standards. Well, I'll keep that in mind, Minion. I'll remember that.
It's gonna be hard to sleep tonight now.
Okie dokie, supposedly 2 people. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.